A very good afternoon to our lecturer, Sir Azmi. So today our group will be presenting about what is whistleblower and how to become one. So before that, I would introduce myself and my group. Next slide. So myself, my name is THANUSSHA Michael, and with me I have NETHIIYA, DHAVANISH, RUBEN, Emma, AWONG, TREVINO, VANESSA, and Lee Hao-Yang. Next slide, please. So I'll start off with the introduction. What is whistleblowing? Whistleblowing refers to the act of reporting unethical, illegal, or dishonest behavior that occurs within an organization. A whistleblower is known as an individual who exposes misconduct, fraud, corruption, or violation of laws and regulation either internally to management or externally to authorities or the public. Whistleblowing is crucial in an organization because it promotes transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct. It helps to prevent serious wrongdoing, protects the organization's reputation, and ensures that justice and integrity are maintained in the workplace. Next, I will pass it to my teammate to continue.
Next, we are going to talk about the importance of whistleblowing. The first one is promotes transparency and accountability. So whistleblowing ensures that unethical or illegal actions within an organization are exposed. It promotes transparency by revealing hidden misconduct and accountability by holding wrongdoers responsible for their actions. This helps maintain public trust and integrity in both private and public institutions. The second one is uphold ethics. By speaking out against corruption, discrimination, or fraud, whistleblowers help uphold the ethical values such as honesty and fairness in the workplace. Their actions discourage others from engaging in unethical behavior and encourage a culture of integrity and responsibility. The third one is protect stakeholders. Whistleblowing can prevent harm to the public, customers, and investors by exposing practices that may cause financial loss, health risks, or environmental damage. It acts as an early warning system to stop unethical activities before they escalate to a higher level. And finally, it prevents corruption and fraud. So, reporting wrongdoing helps organizations identify weakness in their internal control system. This allows management to take corrective action, reduce losses, and improve governance practices. An example is reporting misuse of funds to prevent a major financial fraud in a company. Thank you. Next, I pass it to my mate.
Okay, next we talk about type of whistleblowing. There are three types: internal whistleblowing, external whistleblowing, and anonymous whistleblowing. First, we talk about internal whistleblowing. Occurs when an employee reports misconduct or unethical behavior within the organization. The report is made to supervisor, manager, internal auditor, or compliance officers. Aim to resolve the issue internally without harming the organization's public image. Example, reporting misuse of company funds to the organization, internal audit department. Next, we talk about external whistleblowing. Happens when the employee reports wrongdoing to external parties outside the organization. Can include government authorities, enforcement agencies, or the media. Usually done when the internal reports are ignored or ineffective. Example, an employee reports corruption or bribery to the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission or media outlet. Lastly, we talk about anonymous whistleblowing. Anonymous whistleblowing, the whistleblower keeps their identity hidden when making the report, often done to protect individual from retaliation, harassment, or job loss. Enables employees to speak up safely about unethical or illegal activities. For example, submitting an anonymous online report through a company's ethics hotline or MACC online portal.
So next, I will be talking about the whistleblowers laws and protections, especially under the Whistleblower Protections Act 2010 in Malaysia. So the act was introduced to encourage individuals to report any wrongdoings or misconduct to enforce agencies by providing legal protection. It aims to create a safer environment for whistleblowers to come forward without fear. Whistleblowers are granted three key rights. The first one is their identity is kept confidential to avoid retaliations. The second, they are protected from any form of punishment such as being fired and harassed. The third one is they are given immunity from legal action as long as the report is made in good faith. However, there are also limitations. The report must be made to the authorized enforcement agency, and the protections won't apply also if the report is proven to be false or made with bad intention. The whistleblower may lose the protection. Lastly, one major challenge is the lack of public awareness and the fear of backlash, which will stop many from speaking up. So while the law exists, more awareness and trust are still needed to make it fully effective.
Next, I will explain the process of whistleblowing, which is the correct way to the report unethical or illegal behavior. The process begins when someone identifies wrongdoing. It can be unethical or illegal or unsafe action happening in the organization. Once wrongdoing is identified, the next step is to gather evidence. This includes collecting documents, emails, photos, or witness statements that support the report. After gathering evidence, the whistleblower must choose a reporting channel. This can be internal channel like HR, supervisor, or the organization hotline. It can also be external regulator if the issue is serious. Next, the whistleblower submit the report by providing clear details and any proof collected. Once the report submitted, the investigation begins. The organization will review and verify the information to determine whether the allegation is valid. Throughout this process, whistleblower protection is very important. This whistleblower must be protected from retaliation, harassment, or any negative treatment. Finally, after the investigation is complete, the organization will decide on the outcome and action, which may include corrective measure or disciplinary action. This is a complete whistleblower process that ensures reports are handled properly and safely. And next, I pass it up to my friend.
All right. So now moving on to challenges faced by whistleblowers. First, we have fear of retaliation. While whistleblowers in this process, they'll risk punishment, they'll risk demotion or legal threats after exposing the misconduct. Second, we have reputational damage. After the whistleblowers have reported whatever that have been happening in the company, they are often labeled as traitors, damaging the professional credibility permanently of the company or the organization. Third, we are moving on to harassment and isolation. Colleagues may exclude, bully, or intimidate them for breaking the workplace loyalty. Fourth, we go to job insecurity. Many people, they'll lose their jobs or face sold promotions after the reporting of the wrongdoing has been done. Fifth, we go on to difficulty finding future employment. Future employers may avoid hiring whistleblowers due to perceived risk or controversy that has happened. Lastly, then there is fear of personal safety. Some face threats or surveillance, especially in high-profile corruption cases. This is all that we have for the challenges that are faced by whistleblowers. I'll leave on to my next mate.
Okay, so next I am going to talk about the famous whistleblower cases. The first one cases is about the person Edward Snowden, which happened in 2013. Edward was a former contractor for the US NSA. He revealed that the NSA was conducting surveillance programs collecting data from citizens and foreign leaders. The second one was Siawa Andrew Juster. Juster was a Swiss national and former executive at the Petro Saudi International (PSI), which became implicated in the 1MDB scandal. This disclosure triggered or assisted investigation by Malaysian authorities and also contribute to the international scrutiny of 1MDB dealings.
Next, I'm going to talk about the outcomes of whistleblowing. The outcomes, there is positive and the negative outcomes. So I'm going to start with the positive outcomes. Improved accountability and transparency, exposes unethical and illegal practices, organizational reform, policies and procedures are often strengthened afterwards. Then lastly, we have public trust increases. People gain confidence in the organizational integrity. Next, please. Then moving on to the negative outcomes, retaliation against whistleblower includes job loss, demotion or harassment or isolation. Mostly people, the whistleblowers face these challenges. Then we move to the emotional and stress. Fear, anxiety, and burnt out are common. Lastly, we are going to talk about the damaged reputation, both for the whistleblower and the organization involved. Next, please. After that, we have the lessons learned, education and awareness. Employees should understand their rights and responsibility in the organization. Transparency builds resilience. Honesty strengthens both individuals and institutions. Thirdly, we are going to have strong protection. Laws are vital. Whistleblowers need legal and organizational support. Then lastly, ethical culture matters. Organizations should encourage openness and integrity. Thank you. I'll pass it to the next person.
Now I'll talk about the conclusion. Whistleblowing is a cornerstone of good governance and ethical leadership. It ensures that integrity, transparency, and accountability remain at the heart of every organization. By exposing wrongdoing, whistleblowers not only protect the institution's reputation, but also safeguard an interest of employees, stakeholders, and the public. Their actions encourage a culture where honesty prevails over fear, and ethical behavior becomes the standard, not the exception. In essence, whistleblowing reinforces the moral foundation that every sustainable organization must stand upon. Next. And then for the recommendation, strengthen whistleblower protection laws to guarantee confidentiality and prevent retaliation. Second, we have create clear and accessible reporting mechanisms that encourage employees to come forward safely. Thirdly, we have conduct regular awareness and training sessions to educate staff on their rights and responsibilities in ethical reporting. Lastly, we have built a supportive organizational culture where integrity is recognized and ethical actions are rewarded. The final message is whistleblowing is not betrayal, it's courage for the greater good.
All right, thank you. That's all from us. Hope you all could understand what is whistleblower.